Hello. Okay, so today for language arts, we are going to talk about simple sentences. Okay, so we're going to talk about basically like what is in a sentence and what makes a sentence and how we can make some simple sentences. So if you look at your screen, I have the word children written on there. Now, we talked about nouns and verbs the other day, and then we talked about some proper nouns. Today, we're just going to talk about, regular nouns and regular verbs. So I have children written on our screen here, and children is just a normal noun. People, places, things. This is a person, children. Okay, so if I have children, I want to know, what do children do? All right, so if we think about a verb to go along with children, well, we could say that children play. We know that children play, right? We could also say that children sleep. Okay, so there's two verbs that we put with children. We know that children play, and we know that children sleep. So what I want to know is, if we have a noun and we have a verb, does that count as a sentence? Well, actually, it does, because children play. All we need to have for a sentence is a noun and a verb, and we call them a subject and a verb once we put them in a sentence. So our nouns are the ones that are the subject, and our verbs are the predicates. And any sentence, anything that has a subject and a verb, that makes up a sentence. Children play. Children sleep. Well, we know what the action is, playing or sleeping, and we know who is doing the playing, the children. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mrs. Albert, that cannot be a sentence because it's only two words. Well, as long as it's a subject and a predicate, it's a sentence. But you're right. These, just the way they are, can't be a sentence, because what do we need? What does every sentence have? Yep, punctuation. So right here, we need to add a period. Yep. So we'll throw that in. Children play and children sleep. So now it's a sentence, right? Oh, right. There is something else missing. Our first word needs to have a capital. So we can fix that. Now we've fixed it. Children play. Every sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with punctuation. Capital punctuation. I have a noun and a verb, noun and a verb. This is a subject and a predicate, subject, predicate. The predicate is the verb, and that's what tells you what the subject, which is the noun, is doing. So, okay, let's take a look at a couple more of these. All right, so I have a whole bunch of nouns listed here and a whole bunch of verbs listed here. So we can start putting these together to make simple sentences. Now, one of the tricks that you have to pay attention to is that our subject over here, they have to agree with our nouns, and we call this subject-verb agreement, or I'm sorry, with our verbs. So our nouns, the subjects, have to agree with the verbs. Now, Mrs. Albert, what are you talking about? What I mean is, if I have teachers, what do teachers do? Teachers teach. So we could put those two together. Teachers teach. We have plural. We have many teachers and they teach. This is plural, meaning there's more than one. So we wouldn't put our verb as plural. Okay, so let's try another one. How about students? Are we talking about one student or are we talking about lots of students? Lots of students because it has an S. So if this is an S and it's plural, then this one needs to be singular. So students learn. We wouldn't say students learns or teachers teaches. It's teachers teach. Students learn. Let's see. What about dad? Dad. There's only one dad. Can dad sing? Well, sure, dad can sing. Dad sing. Oh, wait a minute. Are you telling your dad to sing or are you just saying dad sings? Dad sings. Okay, we can't use that one. That one doesn't fit. Dad hunt. Oh, unless we're telling dad what to do, which we don't tell dad what to do, we're going to put that one back. Dad roar. Oh, that doesn't fit either. We only have one dad, and these all do not have an S, so they're not plural, so we can't use that. How about dad cooks? Oh, that sounds better, because that tells us what dad is doing. Dad cooks. How about lions? Lions. Oh, lions can. How about roar? It's not lions roars. Lions roar. Okay, what about bears? We can put bears up here, and bears hunt. People sing. Okay, this one's kind of a tricky one. I shouldn't have used this one, but we won't worry about that right now. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these ones. All of these nouns, again, remember they are a subject. All of these verbs, we call those predicates. Okay, so then when we put them together, we can make a simple subject. So the simple subject or simple sentences include a subject and a predicate, and they have to agree, right? So we talked about how we can't have teachers cooks. Well, teachers do cook, but teachers cooks, they both have an S. That's not going to work. Not going to work. All right. So what we could do is just put all of these together into simple sentences. Now the thing is, when we do put these into simple sentences, you have to remember to add in your capital and your punctuation. Okay, so what I would like you to do, go ahead and open up your reader, your MyView reader, and you're going to open up to page, I believe it was page 51. And you're going to work on, 52. You're going to work on page 52 in your reader. And it gives you some examples of simple sentences. And it explains how to make a simple sentence. And then it has a little paragraph on the bottom, a little box, and it wants you to fix all of the mistakes. A lot of them have to do with capital letters, and some of them just have words, some of the sentences have words missing. So remember, a simple sentence has to have a complete thought as well. Okay? All right. Good luck. Have fun fixing that paragraph.